Hello, dear ones. How are you doing today? It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channel cosmic message. Okay, I hope that this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance. An extra hello to all of my cosmic travelers out there. Okay, this is going to be a message for you as well as everyone who is just here to witness. All right, so this is going to be a message, as you can tell by the title, for cosmic realignment. Okay, so let's jump in. Spirit is saying right off the bat with my pre-shuffle that I have here that take time to breathe, okay? Your alignment is happening. Realignment is happening. You might feel very sensitive right now, okay? Your body might be very sensitive. Your mind might be very sensitive. You might have a very strong response to sensations like touch or taste. There might be parts of your body that are tingling or feeling very sensitive right now. And it's because energy is being worked through those parts of your body. Particularly, I'm hearing like if you're doing a lot of like inner child work, you might be having a lot of tension in your neck and in your shoulders, between your shoulder blades, working out a lot of trauma. You might be having, trying to find a way to say this. If you have had any kind of body issues in the past, especially around your private energy, okay, your private parts, and like having to share that private part of you with people maybe you shouldn't have had to, some kind of trauma around that, okay, you could be having an excess amount of I guess I'm just gonna say this word. You might be having an excess amount of like discharge, okay, or something like that. It's okay. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, but Spirit is here to give you the advice that as long as those are the only symptoms that you're having, okay. At the end of the day, if you're really worried about it, take it to your gynecologist, take it to your doctor, you know. But if you are having some of these sensations, it's because if you know that you've been doing shadow work, or if you know that you've been doing releasing or, you know, healing any kind of like childhood trauma or childhood wounds or parent wounds, or just, you know, just icky stuff from your past that you've been releasing and letting go of, you might be having some kind of issues around that. Something also about your skin too, okay? But you are going to be having a realignment and a glow up energy really come over you. And you are also going to be really have a lot of drives. I'm seeing like the Ace of Wands. You're going to have like this huge drive here, okay, to get into your fifth house energy, okay, to get into your passions energy, okay. You could have a Leo and prominent placements in your life, okay. But Spirit is saying don't let your pride or your ego tell you, you know, beat you up and tell you that you're doing bad or that you're falling off track or anything like that, okay. You're in a time of healing right now, okay, and everything is being balanced out because, like I said, a brand new cycle is beginning here for you. So just hold that vision and balance out any kind of spirituality, practicality. This is also that Pisces, more Pisces energy here, okay? Exactly. Because you're working on what do you need to release. And as you're working on what you need to release, you can expect a very powerful change, and you can expect a resolution in your in a personal issue that you've been working through. Oh, y'all, the way this lined up. And you will be able to really on the other side of it have the confidence that you need to show the world the real you, right? Wow. Beautiful. Okay. So definitely, I'm seeing the Capricorn card, whichever one it is in here, where it's like the end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah, or it's like the end of a tough cycle. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing that. So believe, meditate and contemplate. Again, more Piscean energy, more balance energy, balancing out your light and your dark is what I'm really getting really heavily from this Pisces card, okay? You also might be working through your eighth house energy, okay? You might be working through some kind of Plutonian change energy here, okay? Definitely doing that shadow work here. So the shadow person, yeah, definitely going inward, thinking a lot about 10th house, the authority, what you give authority to over in your life, okay? The authority that you play in other people's lives. Definitely realigning your root chakra, okay? Really grounding in your energy. This is really beautiful energy, you guys. gorgeous energy, actually. So yeah, you guys might have been feeling like you were at the, like here you are at the Ten of Wands, you were at the Ten of Wands. But I'm feeling this like, okay, that's the end. That's the end of this cycle, right? And you're about to start over at the Ace of Wands with a passionate new beginning after dropping all of these burdens and all these things that you've been carrying around, all this baggage or all this shadow energy that you've been carrying around. Absolutely. So the solar flares activation energy, definitely the light body side of you is definitely being activated here. The number 17, yeah, more Aquarius energy here. We have really standing out Piscean and Aquarian energy standing out really strongly here. A lot of flow energy. It's kind of almost like the universe, like with that Aquarius energy, like the universe is like dumping like a whole lot of extra energy and flow, and you're kind of like this fish, like jumping, yeah, bringing love into the situation. Spirit is bringing this unconditional, beautiful love situation here in for you, and you're kind of just like this fish jumping into the flow, balancing out, just going with the flow of this activation energy, and it's really just balancing everything out, and you're realizing this win-win scenario here, and you're very close to achieving your goals. Okay, and I feel like you've been doing a lot of shadow work, releasing this energy of feeling like perhaps maybe it's impossible because you don't feel good enough here. Okay, but believe in the impossible. Believe in what your old self used to think was impossible for you. Things that you couldn't do. Oh, y'all, woo! Okay, a new start is coming. Okay, and as this new start, you're gonna be stepping out of your comfort zone and stepping into your North Node, like your true destiny energy. So y'all, that's beautiful. That's really exciting, high vibrational energy. Yeah, have faith in your dreams. Know that that your commitment was being tested through, that you might have been dealing with something that really kind of tested your limits or tested your commitment, or you might have had people trying to bring the old you out in you, right? Like, oh, these people are trying to get my old self to pop back up, right? Like they're trying to have me, come out of my character, come out of my new character that I'm trying to develop, that I'm trying to move on, right? People trying to test you, or people trying to kind of push your limits to see, oh, have you really grown? Oh, you're really not as grown, or you haven't grown as much, or you haven't left this old, oh, I see that old you is still in there. And it's like, yeah, I mean, you're never going to get rid of your shadow. You're never going to get rid of those things. You're just going to develop tools that are allow you to think beyond those shadow responses, those trigger responses. But we integrate our shadow, you guys. We integrate our ego. We don't ever get rid of it. It's those are important parts of us. And, it's important to have the ability to understand it so that you can tap into those energies when it's important for you. Okay. I'm hearing from Game of Thrones, I'm hearing the three-eyed raven. Okay, I'm hearing the three-eyed raven or the three-eyed crow, whatever you want to call it. I'm hearing them tell Bran, don't ever be afraid of the darkness. The darkness shows you the truth. So that's, although a lot of people had a lot of theories that was kind of like, oh, I don't know about that, dog. I don't know about that. I don't know how that's really working out. But like, we'll find out one day. But anyway, you definitely could be coming out of energy of rest and coming into this energy of taking inspired action. Sorry about that, you guys. But definitely, yeah. Taking inspired action to step out of your comfort zone and to step into this North Node energy. This is beautiful. Oh, love that. To surrender to the divine, you guys. To release what you need to release. Surrender to the divine and to the divine plan. And to take this inspired action when you feel, when you feel activated, when you feel this energy flowing back into you. Definitely. All right. Stepping into that Aryan energy, that Aries energy. Okay. Hey, my love. What are you doing? Get down. Yeah, so excuse me. No, ma'am. Get down. Some of you might really have been, you guys know, no shade to my dog right here. I love my dog, but she definitely gets activated when there's some karmic energy or some life lessons or some kind of like BS energy kind of floating around, okay? Look, Aries, act. Look at this. You're being so guided, okay, to step back and look at the bigger picture, okay, and bring love and love and acceptance into your situation for yourself, how you see yourself, the limitations that you put on yourself, right? Spirit looks at you with unconditional love and knows that you are capable of doing what you are destined to do. Do you? You have been given a vision here. And it might seem mysterious. It might seem like, Spirit, how am I going to get there? Right? You might have been shown the end goal, but you weren't showed how to get there. And Spirit's like, hey, the journey is yours. We just showed you where you're going to go. Right? The journey is yours, community. So Spirit definitely could be reaching out to you here with this 11th house energy, community energy. Okay. Bringing a community or issuing in some kind of community clarity. Yeah, clarify. So the shadow energy that you were in really, okay, is bringing you clarity, right? Because the shadow energy is more of like your feminine energy, right? It's more of your, like, in the stillness, in the darkness, in intuitive, in your intuitive hints, right? Okay, definitely something here around relationships around you changing, like new energy coming in, definitely new community and new relationships. That's 100% confirmation right there with that. Libra and balance exploration. Again, more Libra energies and exploration. So I feel like you're gonna have a more balanced root chakra. So because you'll have a more balanced core and a more balanced root chakra, and you're coming out of this kind of like tower realigning, and you're coming more into this. You're coming out. Okay, you're coming out of the discomfort of being in your south node past energy. Okay, you needed to dig into that to get to the root of your shadow, right? Some of you also might be having a little bit of a time here with the discomfort of facing your shadow energy, of facing facing some like dark or harsh truths about yourself, okay? But that's going to be balanced out. You're going to be given the courage and the understanding. Yeah. And you're really going to be coming, abundance is really going to come out of you really exploring this, you know? From this discomfort, you learn, right? Stepping out of your comfort zone, right? And stepping into the shadow energy, stepping into the unknown kind of energy. Yeah, that's what you were given this vision about. Wow. But it was a mystery. It's kind of mysterious to you. So it's kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do. Maybe not. Yeah. Spirit is saying that you are good enough. That you are good enough. So work through any kind of fears that you have attached to this. Right? Work through any fears that you have of this transformative, this mystery 8th house scorpionic energy. Okay? Because in that, you're healing, right? In that, you're finding alliance, the alignment that you need, and the alliances that you need, right? I feel like you're being like magnetically drawn into, like, Spirit has been spending time. Okay, so I don't necessarily, but this is just what I'm hearing. Okay, I don't necessarily know that much about this, but I'm hearing Spirit has been reorganizing the polarity of your energy, and that it's magnetizing you and realigning you to different types of things, different types of activities, different types of experiences, different types of people. And there is discomfort in this stepping out of what you've always known, right? And acting on and taking this inspired action to really act on this. Okay, so your shadow side, or your more feminine side, is definitely in this. You're good enough to work through the shadow work, to work through this, step into the discomfort. It's okay. The discomfort lets you know that you've outgrown the place or the scenario or the thought process that you're participating in. So step into something, to step into something else. Maybe even step into a different community or step into different types of relationships here. Okay, the energy is gaining momentum behind you doing that. Okay, So spirit is encouraging you to look past like the surface level of what your body's experiencing, or what you're, or where the perceptions that you have about the experience that you're going through right now. Because in the end, you will look back and be like, wow, this realignment, it really put me in alignment with my healing energy. But but that's a little bit lost on you, or a little bit mysterious to you, or you might kind of know it, but it's kind of like a, you know, in the background sort of type thing. But that's what spirit is saying. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Yeah. Adjustments were required, right? And you're making those adjustments to align you with your purpose, with your destiny. So a lot of realignments happening right now in your crown chakra and in your root chakra. You're doing a lot of healing right now. So give yourself a break if you're a little tired. Yeah. The spirit just wants you to know. Yeah. So if emotions are running high, that's just, that's average. It's okay. But the spirit wants you to know that prosperity lies ahead. That with this Taurian energy, you're going to get very grounded, and you're going to get kind of, or even like you might be being a little bit, lazy is not the word that I use, like maybe a little stagnant, or a little bit kind of like stubborn about letting go of the past. Some of you might be struggling with feeling like letting go is the same as like giving up or admitting that you're failing, you know? And there's a wounding there around that. There's this wounding around releasing and letting go of what does not serve you, and not seeing that as a reflection of it being a failure. Because for some of you, you need to realize that your failure comes in you not learning how to let go. That actually staying and holding on to this that's not working is the failure. But refusing to go with the flow, or refusing to accept, and it's not accepting defeat, right? It's accepting the fact that, okay, this isn't working, so I need to try something else. Like there's nothing more defeatist, spirit is saying, than holding on to something, than giving life to something, than pouring energy into something that you know is failing, because it's just a waste of energy. It's a waste of potential, and it's a waste of energy. And there are so many other potential avenues that are just waiting for you to pour energy into them, so that you can thrive, and that those will thrive. So learn how to let go of what does not serve you, what is not working for you. Don't see it as a denial. Don't see it as a rejection. Don't see it as a you're not good enough, because you are good enough. That's exactly why spirit is saying this relationship or this situation that you are trying to build is not working, because you are better than whatever is failing. You're better than whatever thought process, than whatever habit that you're participating in right now that is holding you back. You're better than that. But you are perceiving this not working out as a failure on your part. Like, I must deserve failure. And spirit says you will only concede to failure if you resign yourself to thinking that you are worth failure. That's the only failure, is you failing to see that you have everything that you need inside you to succeed. Perhaps maybe there is a different venture, or a different relationship, or a different person, or a different mindset, or something else that you should try. As long as you keep, trying it some different way, or trying something else, that's the only thing that will fail, is when you just go, well, it didn't work, and I just won't try anything else, and I'll just stay here with this failure. I'll just crumble here in this tower. Um, and just stay there underneath the rubble, and never try, or never grow, never do anything again. That is the only true failure. So even if this project doesn't work out, or even if this relationship doesn't work out, or whatever it is that you're clinging on to hasn't been working for you, that's a good sign, that doesn't mean that the next project won't, will fail. That doesn't mean that the next relationship will be toxic. That doesn't mean that the only thing that will mean a fail is if you just sit there and you don't put yourself out there, and you don't open yourself up to love again, or you don't work on that project because you heard that no. They're reminding me, I forget what the number is. It's like a ridiculously high number of times that J.K. Rowling tried to get Harry Potter published, and like nobody would publish it, because everybody was just like, we don't see it working out, and it's so, yeah. Yeah, Spirit saying that you're too creative, and that you're too resourceful to resign yourself to something that fails. Like, your spirit guides are not gonna allow something that they're not going to allow something to grow that is going to lead you down a path that is going to hurt you. And you need to understand that. So this was a really big lesson of over pouring and over giving into something because it triggered a wound of rejection, or it triggered a wound of failure, or it triggered a pride response. However it was that organically developed inside of you, whatever kind of trigger response that you have developed over the years. So it triggered this, like, oh my God, this person doesn't love me. I'm not worthy of love. Oh my God, this relationship's not working, so I must be doing something wrong. Oh my God, this project is not taking root, and it's not taking foot off the ground. I must not be trying hard enough. I must not be giving enough. I must not be sacrificing enough. I must, my product must not be good enough. I must not be talented enough. When maybe tweaking your project, making it something else, changing the name, working with a different company, working with a different partner, working towards a different relationship, is that's where your love and your energy is flowing. So follow that flow energy, because prosperity lies ahead for you. Spirit just wants, especially if you have been praying, look, your hard work is paying off. Spirit just wants you to know they recognize the hard work that you're putting in, right? And this new start is coming. It just takes time for things to align. Especially, yeah, but you can expect a powerful change. Okay, especially if that alignment involves other people that have free will. We're all free will beings, so you and other people also have to get in alignment, and situations have to get in alignment, and businesses have to get in alignment, and money has to get in alignment, and it's just there's a lot. So understand that conclusions are within reach. The answers that you need, that you have been seeking, are coming. Okay, so everything is really going to be working itself out. I want to pull another card over here for this community relationships. Yeah, I'm hearing your relationship with your community at large is going to be changing, and confidence is key to your success. So when this change starts happening, know that you are worthy and that you are good enough for whatever this is. I'm seeing the star card or the sun card. I'm seeing like a spotlight being put on you. Yeah, that your emotions might be running high when this kind of happens. Like, you might get very nervous about it. Communication is key. So how you communicate, as well as how you talk about yourself and how much you tell yourself you deserve this. Okay. But this tower moment, this fiery climax is approaching here in that. So if there is some kind of business or some kind of community or something that you have been trying to take off, okay, it's about to take off, is what Spirit is saying. Yeah. You've been working hard, and it's about to pay off. So you've endured a lot here. Oh, I don't want this. Something here too about the climate. I'm not reading this as like literal, but it's more. It could be something like the political climate, or the financial climate, or the spiritual climate, or some kind of situation. Like, people had to be in a certain mindset or need a certain thing that you're going to be willing to provide, a service or something, that is going to be very timely for you, that is going to find you just the right time, that there's going to be a lot of people that are kind of being like, oh, I need this in my life, and you're going to pop up, right? But people had to get ready. The need had to be created, and you are anticipating and building something, anticipating the need, that hasn't quite yet been created yet. But the need is out there. It's being, people are, yeah, I'm seeing people like search, or people are like, I need it. Where is it? Energetically, you're feeling like the call of these people's spirits for this. And so the climate here is being, it's like ripened. It's like ripened for you. It's like getting ready for you. Things are getting into alignment for you. Okay. For some of you, this could be like local climate, like local politics or something like that, had to be in alignment. So maybe perhaps you wanted to buy a certain block, or buy a certain building, or build in a certain location. But however, that location wasn't zoned for the type of business or for what you're trying to produce, and things had to come into alignment. You knew that oh, sometime in the next few months or in this next year, maybe like a year ago, you were like, sometimes in this next year, it's going to come up for voting on the city council to rezone this area. Maybe it'll come up. You've been kind of anticipating it happening. You've had an eye on it. You've had perhaps you went ahead and like pre-bought the space thinking of it because you just took that leap of faith. I'm seeing the Fool card. You took that leap of faith and kind of pre-bought the space before you could actually start working on it, or, get it zoned. Or maybe perhaps you bought a space and then, you needed some kind of permit or something like that, and like building got paused on it. Okay, but things have been aligning and things have been working out so that, things are changing and aligning, and things are going to, spirit is putting certain people in places that are really going to become quite powerful over time, and they're going to have a long-term vision that spirit has given them. And this is that North Node energy here, right? It's like you see it before it happens, and it could be 5-10 years. Like, this is big, like 5-10 years in the future, um years into the future. And it's gonna kind of just be like, okay, I'm really getting like, I need to start this. It's like, but you could be having people in your life telling you like, there's resistance, or you telling is like, are people going to buy that, or are people going to really need that? Like, are there so many people out there that are making that product? Like, are you sure? Like, or there's so many people that offer that service, like the market is flooded, like there's not a need for it, or there's no way you can make that business work in this area. Like, get a clue, get a grip. Like, the area is not even developed yet, but you have to get in. There's something here about you getting in on the ground floor of this energy, okay? That the climate has been ripened for you. It's going to be just right, because this area, this thing, whatever it is going through this rebirth. It's all aligning. Like, this area, this energy, this need is all being born as you are being reborn into aligning with this. Ooh, I really like this. This is really cool. Yeah, and with this being the 55 card, like, things had to align, things had to change and line up and get ready. But you are being given this vision, right? Communication. You really are. You're being communicated. You're getting downloads from your higher self. You're getting downloads from your spirit guides. You're getting downloads from the universe in general that's like, hey, you know, it's like this anticipation, like, hey, we need you to start doing this so you can be in this location to, to provide this service or to do this, and then everything's just going to line up. If you just get into this flow energy, everything is being rebirthed and everything is being born. More of this Plutonian energy, like I was talking about earlier. Wow. A lot of really powerful things are being birthed around you. Yeah, I definitely feel like the Empress card could come out. Yeah, and this imagery here on this all reminds me of the Empress card again as well. Wow. Progressions, journey, Juno partnerships, dignified strength. Wow. And again, look at that, like, kind of like divine timing, like over time, like those mountains being formed and things like coming into place, like new foundations being formed over time. That's the journey that you've been going on. And the universe is partnering up with you with this Juno card and putting you into alignment with partnerships, like really strong partnerships and really strong positions. Like I was saying, putting you in positions of power, right? Because if you make it through here, this discomfort, I'm kind of seeing kind of almost like this throne, like, or like you're getting off of this low throne and ascending and climbing up this staircase up here to this place of high power. But that's why you're feeling this discomfort and this need, right? Because you get the vision 13, the death card 13. You get a vision of what is to come. So you start 14 feeling this discomfort in the area that you are now, in the relationships that you're in now, in the jobs and the careers that you are now, in the person that you are allowing yourself to be right now. You feel this discomfort. You know that it's time to let go of your fears. Understand that you are good enough to evolve outside of this discomfort. That this is not the area, these are not the friends, or this is not the company, this is not your journey, this is not it, right? So you really feel divinely inspired, to let go, to follow the divine plan, and to step into your North Node energy. This is powerful, you guys. And Spirit is just reminding you, like, prosperity lies ahead when you're getting the downloads, you're getting the, like, build it. It's kind of like the build it and they will come kind of energy. And Spirit is saying, take this inspired action. Take this inspired action, because you build it and they will come. Trust and have faith. Wow. You're having this activation energy is happening now. Wow. Oh, babies. Yeah. So if some of you have been wondering about your resources, okay? Excuse me, that's going to be expanding, cross-pollinate. You're going to be like working with resources, kind of like a trade energy, like trading energy, like you providing a service and people, giving you more financial resources or financial stability, symbiosis. Absolutely. You working in symbiosis with you. With your community, with the energy of the universe at large, you getting into the flow energy, right? Projects and people you're going to be putting into the right places. So really pay attention, okay? Sustainability. You're going to be getting an alignment, ultimate alignment with your higher sustainability, with your long-term sustainability. That sustainability energy is giving me 10 of Pentacles energy. But look who's trying to hold you back, right? That's that fear. That's that fear energy. That's that discomfort energy. That's that, I feel discomfort of trying new things. I feel discomfort of taking this action because what if all this logical stuff, what if this doesn't work out? What if it turns out the way that it did in the past, Okay, yeah. I knew this energy was significant and it jumped out to me. But again, there's that sun energy like I was talking about, right? It's going to be a kind of surprise to you, this here. It's like you don't really see it coming. It's more of that mystery energy. Like, that's the fun of it. Like, Spirit is saying that's the fun of life, is just going forward and embracing the mystery and learning along the way. I wonder what 15 is. Because we had 13, we have 14, we have 16, and we have 17. $15 is the Devil card. That's what I was like, what is that? What is the 15 in the Major Arcana? And it's the Devil card. Wow. 10 of Cups. Ooh, there's that Empress. I knew there was somebody under there that wanted to be seen. Like I said, you're getting this like emotional satisfaction of really stepping into your energy. That's what's giving you like this emotional 10 of Cups satisfaction. It's really filling up your cup. It's stepping into this Empress energy and stepping into this creation energy. Creating something very big, something very beautiful. Something that's going to have like some kind of like really long-term satisfaction. It's like short-term and long-term satisfaction. But there might be temporary losses or there is going to be something that you go through in the early stages of building this. But over time, I'm telling you, just six of wands, 8 of wands, like there's going to be so much rapid communication about victory. There's going to be just so many doors opening up for you. Like, it's going to be crazy. This is really going to create something new, like something that's like never been created before in your family. That kind of like breaking generational toxic mindsets, breaking generational, limitations. planting these seeds and having the patience and because you've been given the foresight. And you might be used to, and I feel like a lot of people here in our modern day society, they want instant results. Like they want an instant result. They want to see something right now. They want to see something. It's like, oh, it's like, well, you've been working on this for a year, or you've been working on this for a few months. Why aren't you already a million? It's like, what? Like building a business, building these things, building these projects take time, which is why a lot of the time Spirit tells you to keep your ideas and keep your long-term goals to yourself, right? Because who knows, right? You were given this vision quite early. You know, you're like, I'm going to create this. And you know that it's your long-term goal, right? And that you could have people fearing and doubting and being like that's such a big goal. Like how are little old you gonna make it there, you know? And that might bring you some stumbling blocks. But how are you gonna make it? By starting that self-love energy, finding that truth, diving into it. Okay, yeah, absolutely. So you have like this brilliant. How are you gonna start? You start with the ace. You start with the first cup, and that's the self. Giving to the self, pouring into the self. That's the universe pouring into you unconditional love, understanding that you are good enough to work through any kind of fears that might be projected onto you, or you might have inside of yourself. Because there's definitely some people here, or some energies here, or your shadow self here, or your pride, or your ego, or your fears, or your traumas, or your wounding from your past, telling you that you're not good enough. There's a third party energy here telling you like, you can't make that, right? But you can. Yeah, this is giving me Five of Cups energy with this Three of Cups tossed over. Like the Five of Cups, like 3 cups tossed over, but there's still 2 cups. And how do you get 2 cups? You fill up your cup. You get 2 cups by filling up your cup and then attracting in someone else or something else that also has a full cup, that is also giving, that is also regenerating, that is also self-sustaining. Okay? And this is going to require a big change here. A lot of you could be really being asked to really kind of unlearn some kind of just not so healthy or kind of toxic, kind of limiting beliefs, especially around success and what success looks like to you with this midhaven pinnacle energy right here. And again, it's going to be very important who you align yourself to, who you collaborate with, right? Because these people or this energy right here is not what you want to collaborate and build off of. Not at all. All right, and there's that alliance energy. So spirit could be kind of rearranging things to get you, to push you to a place of discomfort, to push you out there, to learn, to meet new people, to learn new things, to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, because you're going to feel so uncomfortable staying in the same place that you did before, which is why you felt that uncomfortable. It's like, okay, I've got to do something. I've got to change, right? To bring some kind of stability, because just because you were used to it doesn't mean that it was actually long-term stability. Yeah. This is gonna bring you happiness. I'm telling you, the Sun card here. Ooh, okay. The Queen of Wands is gonna make you it's gonna make you very attractive to what? Either stepping into your own Emperor energy or to perhaps a Two of Cups situation here, okay? But definitely stepping into this masculine energy, this Aries energy yourself as well. Balancing out your feminine and masculine energy as well. Because I feel like your feminine energy, your internal feminine energy is really helping you to develop this kind of 10 of Cups energy here, starting with a single cup, the self. And I feel like your Emperor energy is really helping you to develop like a 10 of Pentacles energy. You know, like long-term success, goals, financial, and again, this is very much so, like I said here, like with the masculine energy, the feminine energy, the dark and the light. And this is definitely being echoed here. Right? Definitely. Yeah. And to understand that this change, this death energy that you're going through here, right, is going to bring about stability, is going to bring about commitment. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. What a high vibrational couple. Hello. High Priestess Hierophant. There's one pair that's even more powerful than the Emperor and the Empress is the Hierophant and the High Priestess. Wow, what are y'all doing? Y'all are doing some serious work, some serious healing work, some serious activation. Okay. Okay. I see a King of Wands back there as well as a Queen of Cups. And I saw that Five of Pentacles in reverse. 8. I'm telling you, this that you're working on right now, ooh, it's going to go beautiful. Yeah, there's that strength energy again. It's going to be gorgeous, you guys. The Fool. Told you I felt that Fool energy, that Aries energy. More Sun energy. Hearing Leo rising. Some of you might have a Leo rising, or you might have a Leo, you might even have like a Leo North Node. What is this? Oh, the Queen of Wands. So you definitely could be following your drives and your passion. You also could be stepping up into like a leadership position, maybe even as like a guide or like a teacher, a person that is like connecting. And it might be kind of surprising to you that Spirit is asking you, oh my goodness, yes, the Sun. That just keeps coming out. Tell me more about this Emperor energy, because I have a lot pulled over here for this feminine energy. Oh. Well, there's a bunch of sadness here in this Emperor energy, but there is healing here. There's isolation due to fear from past heartaches. We have the Hermit in reverse. It's like isolating to your detriment, which is keeping you in this permanent state of feeling like the whatever you're waiting for is never going to show up. Yeah, so that your masculine, your internal masculine energy is telling you like stop waiting, act, take inspired action. Yeah, there is this like clarity or this lack of confusion, right? Like your feminine side has kind of cleared away these clouds or cleared away the confusion of pain or hurt. So I feel like you're really healing some kind of internal masculine wound right now. Some of you are. That could be what you're really working on really now, because your feminine energy feels like you've been spending a lot of time like residing in it or like healing it, because you've already gotten this like Ace of Cups here coming and building up to your 10 of Cups here. Yeah, so there's definitely a tower. I saw the tower energy standing out here as well as the star card, right? And that's kind of the progression that it goes. There's that Ace of Pentacles. So this Ace of Pentacles couldn't come to you until 9 of Wands. You learn to overcome, okay, and grow out of some kind of situation that was stagnant, that was old. The Six of Cups in reverse is about a situation coming to its natural end because, you know, there's a need for growth. There's a need for letting go of the past, right? And that's what brings in this Tower moment here, right? And after the Tower comes what? Yeah, fear, anxiety, your dark night of your soul, your whatnot. But Spirit is coming in saying we're balancing that out. Temperance, have patience through this, okay? Because you will find sanctuary. You will find that place. This is that discomfort energy that we're talking about. Also might come with a little bit of an emotional, like holding back emotionally, not really kind of dating around or like spending a lot of time with a lot of other people, okay? And then you're going to have you might even have to work through some kind of baggage that you've had around anger, around fear, around judgment, right? Something here about working really hard around like blockages and that kind of energy, around how fear or anger has been blocking you in the past from stepping forward, from having self-worth and self-belief, kind of like turning like your internal masculine energy, kind of rejecting your emotions or feeling like your emotions make you weak. Okay, but you had to come to a judgment energy here and let all that go, right? Find stability in your masculine energy, find some kind of commitment, find some kind of like grounding energy here so that you can bring in long-term stability. And that again, right? I said it at the beginning, saying that this was the Ace of Wands energy, that when you needed to drop these 10 of Wands energy, right? That was the baggage that you've been working on dropping. And now here you are coming back to the one energy, coming back to the Ace energy, having a brand new passionate beginning. Yes, and this Hangman energy is ending for you. This kind of like stalemate or stalling energy is ending for you because you've come to the realization, right? The Sun energy has come out again and again and again, right? You've had this revelation. You've had this healing energy hit you, right? Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, your feminine and masculine energy is working really beautifully together right now. And maybe perhaps that it has taken time for you to realign and for those energies within you to like work together. Perhaps you were not giving a very good example of feminine and masculine energies working well together earlier on in life. But yeah, I really feel like you're going to be working on listening to your body and connecting with your kind of like root chakra, your lower vibration, like your lower, not lower vibrational, but your lower chakras, like your lower energy. Yeah, because that kind of like masculine energy inside of you might have been in quite low vibration, or you might have had a lot of low vibrational masculine energies that you have connected to, or that you've connected with, or that you yourself have been in that low, and which is why you yourself have been in that low vibrational masculine energy, which is why you have been connecting to lower vibrational masculine energies in your life, whether that be just like really kind of like um low intentions like friends or things like that. Yeah, there it is. So you are, there it is. Yeah. So you are learning this truth about the fact that you do not truly deeply inside of you resonate with that energy. You want to heal that energy and you want to raise out of that energy. That's you gathering that pentacle to lead up to that 10 of pentacles, something long term and long lasting and surviving, especially if you had any kind of like father wounds that you've really been working on here, okay? Or just wounding in your masculine energy. Yeah. Um, there's kind of been like a rejection or a lack of acceptance of this kind of like balancing energy here. Okay. Maybe you've been lacking, or yeah. Maybe you felt very uncomfortable residing in high vibrational masculine energy. Maybe you didn't know how to reside in high vibrational masculine energy. But there's been this kind of like stalemate or this rejection or this like, no, I want to keep them separate. I want to keep these two cups separate kind of energy here. Especially if you've been trying to attract a high vibrational masculine couple, I feel, or masculine couple. Yeah, maybe for some of you, you are looking to be with another masculine. Okay. Um, or if you've just been trying, it's kind of like overcoming the fact that maybe perhaps you weren't given like the best examples, or you haven't had the best relationships in your past regardless, and you were trying to overcome that and trying to really either attract much better feminine energies into your life because you're trying yourself to reside in much higher vibrational masculine energy so your partners can be high vibrational, or you've been really healing your internal masculine energy with inside of you so that again, so that your partners and people around you, and that you can tap in more deeply to a kind of like more like grounded, stable, sturdy energy where you feel comfortable with things like bit like partnerships and money and finances and career and drive and energy and being in touch with your body, being more in touch with your body. Yeah. Knight of Wands. This could be coming on really quickly, or I just feel like you probably had a lot of interactions either surrounding yourself and being a Knight of Wands. So this could, we're just going to be honest, right? Maybe you had like, maybe you were a fuckboy, or you were in that kind of like attracting fuckboy energy in your past, okay? Like, let's just be honest about it, right? We all grow. We're all young at one point. We all have a past. We all, we have to be lost to be found, right? We had to have been lost at some point to be found. So Yeah. Wow, look at that. Yeah. Right. So there's this fiery passion and this understanding coming out on this masculine energy too. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Wow. Yeah, King of Pentacles too. Yeah, because the Queen of Cups was really trying to come out over here for your feminine side. Right? So it's mastering this King of Pentacles. It's about finding this balance energy here. Absolutely. Finding this justice energy and aligning with what is your justice and aligning with what is your true energy inside of you. Yeah, and if you wanna build a 10 of Pentacles, at some point, you got to be this King of Pentacles. That King of Pentacles holding that pentacle, right? So I think that's what you're in the process of developing right now, and you for sure could be coming into alignment. You have a choice to make right now, as to what type of person that you want to be, as well as the type of people that you want to align yourself with. So, right? And when we work on ourselves, this could be something that has maybe taken you a long time to realize. When we work on ourselves, that changes. When we focus on ourselves, the people around us change. Either, people exit our life and new people come in, or people rise to meet our change, rise to meet our growth, right? You either grow together or you grow away from each other. Yeah. And there is something here about coming to peace with that. Coming to peace with that, because that could be your internal, like, kind of like a wounded masculine energy of like not wanting to accept defeat kind of energy we were talking about earlier. That definitely can be that. But this is a brand new cycle that's starting here, especially for your internal masculine energy. Go on a whole journey right here. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles too. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. This is about coming into alignment with those people who really like ground your energy. And really match that within you, and who are really going on that same journey, justice. Especially since your masculine energy is about contracts and is about like commitments and contracts. Yeah. So this is about you cutting off this outside energy, this outside influence energy here, and coming into your own energy. Yeah, coming into your own truth. Not defining yourself by how other people define you, or not defining yourself by who you're with or what you have or what you're, having a much more kind of like spiritual basis in your materialism. Yeah, this is about you stepping into your manifestation and your magician energy as well. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. Yeah, as you're healing this is definitely this is kind of reading as like Akashic records opening, and coming into like really clear alignment, internal clear alignment with your higher self. Yeah. This is definitely about you. This is the lessons that you're learning right now, the karmic lessons that you're overcoming and that you're learning right now. Yeah, definitely. And so you're being helped to walk away from this past energy here and to heal this. That's what's being realigned right now, is your own internal masculine energy. Yeah, the feminine energy usually is what aligns first. Just gonna be honest. Even our own internal feminine energy, unless we have like a really deep like mother or feminine wound, okay, it's usually what aligns first. Yeah, Queen of Cups. But hi, hi. Mm. So, is that all that you want to talk about in this deck right here, Spirit? Yes. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. You're really close. The Ten of Pentacles didn't come out because you're still, you know, you're really growing, but you're growing your independence. You're growing that energy here within you, this Nine of Pentacles energy. What are you doing? You're all over here at the nine energy over here in this masculine energy, at the nine of wands, at the nine of pentacles. Like you're really close. You're really, really close to grounding this new energy in. Yeah. Yeah, cause see, look, you see, you still have a little bit to go though. You are really close, but look, this Ten of Pentacles is all the way through all this other stuff. So you definitely have another lesson to learn, and this Ten of Pentacles is going to be permanently grounded in. Okay, this definitely could be about your emotions, or kind of embracing the mystery. Your internal masculine energy might have a really hard time embracing the kind of like mystery of this energy. You might have an energy around like control, especially if you've spent a lot of time in like survival brain or survival mindset. So you might have difficulty with that. What are you doing? You trying to make biscuits? Yeah. Trying to nurse off me? There we go. Trying to make some biscuits? Yeah. And so there's a lot of energy around there, around that for you, stepping into your own internal power and embracing your own inner masculine energy. Okay. To end it off with you guys, I'm gonna pull one of the Kali cards, one of the Kali Ma cards. Okay. But okay, I'm hearing the Destroyer, so we're definitely gonna get into like the Destroyer energy of the Kali Ma energy. I definitely feel that. But I'm gonna pull some. I'm gonna pull some charms first, okay? Trying not to look at the bowl. I'm trying to just like let it be. What else? What else? There's three more the spirit wants. There we go. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got the flowers. We got the hibiscus flowers. Okay, somebody here could have a connection with Hawaii, okay, or with an island. Something could be really significant about March, okay? The number three could be very significant. 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 hours for some of you. Something very significant could have happened 3 hours ago or could be happening. I don't know. It could be 3:33 on the clock or 3 o'clock or something like that where you're watching this right now. Like I said, something very significant could be about March, or something very significant could be happening either 3 months or 3 weeks in the future, or 3 weeks more so in the past. Okay. Dump truck. So this dump truck, again, I really feel like that you are really dumping off this baggage, or really dumping off all of this like rubbish that is just not like really serving you anymore at all. Okay, game over. So absolutely. I'm hearing game over for this like Three of Cups in reverse energy, this third party energy here. It's game over for that. It's game over for people like having influence or having like word over your feelings or where you go or what you do. Like game over with that. Like the game, also like the game of playing this kind of like past energy. Like you're kind of done. You're done with that. You're really done with that. Again, here's a jersey with the number 1 on it. At first, I thought it was like you see it as the number 10 as well, right? Like being at the end of that, playing that game, right? But the number 1, like starting over with this red energy, right? I know it looks like 10 to you guys. Oops. I know it looked like 10 to you guys, but to me, when I turn around, it's the number 1. Okay. And yeah, I'm just kind of getting that, like, I'm hearing like, put me in, coach, put me in, coach. So there's like this kind of energy of like this, like, okay, we're trading you out and getting somebody fresh in the game, right? There's this kind of energy of like this kind of like Four of Swords energy too, is why of like you like being like really well rested. If you haven't been well rested, like get in it, okay? Here we have the skateboard. And I'm here like you've been like skating by, or you've been like getting by in the past, but instead of just being able to skate by it or just being able to live paycheck to paycheck or barely make it, it's going to be, you know, some of you also could be trying to find a way of like a low cost like transportation, or you could be trying to like get out there and find some kind of something fun to do for like exercising, or just something, you know, like to add something extra, or like a really fun like weekend event or a weekend activity or something like that. And some of you could be like rediscovering or getting into skateboarding, or somebody significant or close to you could be a skateboarder or something like that. Your kid, you might have, if you have a child or like a kid or something, like for their birthday, they might ask for a skateboard. Or maybe if you used to skateboard when you were younger, and then you have a child now, and your child wants to get into skateboarding, and it could be a really fun activity for the two of you to kind of like bond over. So there's all kind of like, yes, go for it, and that kind of energy with that. That's really cute. Softball. So somebody here could be like starting a softball league or a softball team, or you could be involved in some kind of like adult like softball league or something, where you're like, again, it's giving me that kind of like finding like a fun community or a weekend activity to do, you know, to reach out and go out into the community. Okay, just 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, let's keep going. What we got? Okay, so I have cherry blossoms. Okay, so I don't know. Some of you could be really interested in like cherry blossom festival or spring. Again, like that kind of March, kind of April, March energy. Kind of like spring. We're kind of in spring going into summer right now. So something really significant could be happening right now for you. If you're watching it as I'm uploading this. It's like the end of April now, so we're about to go into May. So we're about to come like kind of like in spring, or this kind of like beginning stages here, and like we could really be getting into the like for real, like it's go time kind of energy is what I'm getting from that. Okay. Again, with this truck energy, there could be something significant about a red truck. Somebody that you know might drive a red truck, or you know, you might be thinking of purchasing a truck, or a red truck could be some kind of sign or something significant to you. With this, I'm really getting more chariot energy, okay, as well. Social worker. So some of you might have some kind of interaction with a social worker. You might be a social worker. You might want to go into some kind of field where you're doing some kind of like counseling, a social worker, working with children, or just working, I don't know, for the government, doing some kind of, or doing some kind of humanitarian work, or doing some kind of work with the overall like community, the collective, something like that. You might be being really drawn to do something along those lines, okay? And then we have my little bucket guy. So with this, I was kind of getting that you might have somebody like pop up out of nowhere, just kind of being like, hey, like, what's up? So be mindful of that kind of energy. Or I was getting somebody unsuspected might pop up in your energy. So I'm getting two messages out of this little bucket guy. I'm getting that you might get somebody in your past, because I'm getting an energy off of this that you might get two visitors, okay, coming up in the next few months. You might get a visit from somebody that you're like, ugh, like, or you might run into somebody you're like, ugh, like, why did I have to run into them? But I feel like you're going to have an unexpected reaction to this person. I feel like if this is like an ex, or if this is like an ex-friend or an ex somebody like that, I feel like you're actually going to handle this situation way better than you think, okay? And this could be a situation, Spirit saying you're going to put a positive spin on that. If you see whatever that you experience with this past person as an opportunity for closure, or an opportunity to yeah, but I'm hearing for some of you, it's going to be a really big opportunity for you to not engage in like I said earlier, you might have people popping up and being like, testing you like, ooh, like you want to pull out my bad stuff, like I'm saved now, or like I'm a good Christian now, or something like that. You know, it's kind of like, don't push me, don't try to bring out my past self, because like y'all don't know me, like y'all don't really know me, like don't do that, like so. But I feel like you're gonna kind of you're gonna overall have this energy of like, wow, I handled that so much better than the past me would have. Like it's gonna kind of be like a pat on the back moment. Or if you run into a person, you're gonna realize that that person doesn't have like as big of a hold over you as you thought they might have. You might have been anxious about seeing this person or running into this person, and you're gonna run into this person and be like, oh, I really don't want you anymore, or I really am really unattracted to you, or I really, I feel confirmed and not like being your friend anymore, or not running, or not being like, there's just kind of just like, oh wow, like there's gonna be this conclusionary energy that pops up when this person pops back up, and they're just gonna be like, hey, like, can't I just be my old self? And you're gonna be like, absolutely not, anyway. And they're just gonna be like, what do you mean? You're not your old self? Like, I'm sure not. Or they're going to pop up and be like, pop off, bitch, let's go. And you said it was on site. You're like, I'm not that person anymore. I'm really not that person anymore. And I'm strong enough to walk away from this and to not be triggered by it. Like, I don't have any energy for it. You can talk as much as you want to or say whatever you want to. I really don't care about your opinion. Yeah. So I think either way, like I literally see you leaving this event or leaving this situation, walking away and just kind of being like, like I came out the victor in that situation because not necessarily like I stayed on my high horse, but I did morally what I know that I was supposed to do, and I feel very, very much so like yeah, past me would have fallen for that. Past me would have been crumbled by that. Past me, that would have ruined my night, and I would have spent the rest of my night like crying in the bathroom or something like that. But new me, okay, bye. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my night and be perfectly fine, and it's gonna be like this conclusion, like, wow, I'm really over this person, or wow, I really am over my past ways, or I'm over my past temptations. Like, wow, good on me. I just see you like patting yourself on the back, being like, I did that. Like, absolutely, very proud of, yeah. But also, I see this as somebody popping up on your radar that you don't expect. Somebody that could look look really different or act very different than you expect. This person could kind of be kind of goofy. They could kind of dress kind of oddly, or they could like put like odd colors or odd like patterns or color communicate like something together. Just kind of something like different or odd about this person. But there's something also very like kind of attractive and cool and laid back about this person that you kind of just like, I don't really get you, but I kind of like you. You're pretty cool. Like I don't know what you got going on. Like who are you? Like it's very mysterious feeling like it's like every time you talk to this person it's like that was a good talk, but it was so weird. Like what was even happening? How did we even start talking about that? Like what? But it's kind of like I kind of like it though. It's different. It's somebody different. It's like this person shakes it up. And when this person, and they just randomly pop up places. Like they randomly pop up places. I feel like you're gonna run into this person over and over and over again, and you're gonna be like, who is this Mr. Pop Up? Like who is this Miss Pop Up? Like who is this person I'm just running into? Like who are they? And it's not gonna feel weird. It's not gonna feel manufactured. It's gonna feel very organic if you just kind of allow it and just kind of be like, oh, okay, yeah. I feel like this person could develop some kind of significance in your life in some type of way. And it could be something as simple as them, recommending a restaurant or recommending a place, recommending like, oh yeah, I go work out at this gym, or oh yeah, like I go see this yoga studio, or have you ever read this book, or have you ever watched this documentary? Like it's really cool. Like I think you'd probably like it. Like I don't know, or just something they're talking about that they might mention, and you're like, oh yeah. But there's something kind of like just kind of like I don't know why I feel that energy, but it's kind of like this like cha, bruh. Like that energy right there. Like I don't know what that energy is, but like that's what I heard. I heard this person just be like, yeah, it's whatever. Like we're cool, we're laid back, it's whatever, we're chill. But this person has a very grounded energy. Like this person is like I see like people around this person just being like, chaos, and this person is just like I'm cool and laid back. It's all good. Everything's gonna work out. I'm in the flow. I'm chill. I got this in the bag. Like I know what's going on. It's a very grounded, very chill, not a very, very uptight energy at all. Yeah. I feel like that person's gonna pop up, Mr. Bucket. I don't know. I don't know what you doing, pop up. Yeah, because some of y'all obviously in this bucket is a trash can, like an X or something, like popping up out of a trash can. Like, Oscar, get your ass out of here, you grouch. I don't have any time for you. Okay. But then I was also seeing this as like as this person, as the conclusion of this kind of pop up, like trash can pop up person. Okay. Then there's just also this person. It's very odd. This person just pops up and they're like, "Hi," and you're like, "What? What is this?" Yeah. So, and with this energy right here, this is giving me this is the last charm that we have here. It's like a little cactus or a little succulent or something in a potted plant that says sunny. So I definitely feel like there is this energy here of something that was like a prickly situation being replanted or being rehomed, or it's giving me transmutation energy, like something that felt very prickly, something that felt very uncomfortable, something that felt very like hard to manage is going to have a sunnier outlook, a sunnier disposition. Like you're going to have a better or higher like reaction, higher vibrational reaction to it, and something that used to look at as like something difficult to deal with is actually going to morph into something that's like, okay, like I know how to deal with this, or okay, like I can look at the sunny side of this, you know. So it's about like putting that like cactus that you really can't touch, like in a plant, right, or in a planter, and then being able to pick it up and move it around and interact with it because you can touch the potter down here. So there's something about transmuting something that used to be dangerous, or something that used to be prickly, or something that used to cause discomfort, and putting it in like a much better scenario here. But be careful to not get into any kind of like toxic positivity of like only looking, like not acknowledging, like always still acknowledge that this is still a cactus, okay? This could also be a message about this like X, like pop-up energy here, because I just heard somebody say I can't put glitter on a turd. Okay, so yeah, so you might have a person here that is trying to be like, oh, like I'm brand new, I'm not that turd that I used to be, I got glitter all over me now. It's like, bro, you're still a turd. Somebody just rolled you around in sparkly glitter, like, you know. So yeah, be mindful of that. Yeah, and I really feel like you're going to be protected through this. You're going to be really protected through this transitional energy here. Okay, that took way longer than I expected to go through those. Let's get a message from Kali Ma. We're going to end this. This message has already been pretty long. What message do we need here, please, Kali Ma, about the cosmic galactic realignment, the realignment energy, the transitional energy that we're going through? What's going to be the best advice for us, please? I'm seeing a lot of the same cards over and over again as we're cutting through here. So we're going to see. Just one card, please. Thank you. Number 19. I'm not even going to pretend. But Balvan Esvara. Yeah, nah. I'm just going to show you this. I'm sure I massacred that 100%. And again, it's this very kind of like robed figure. It's giving me this very justice energy with this kind of like figure robed in red here. It's being in that masculine root, like power energy here. Definitely, again, like with this number 1 card, like there's a lot of this like Aries energy here. Oh, wow. Yes. And then we have like the freakiest card in this freaking deck for me right here. And this version of Kali Ma is about confronting toxic masculinity. Wow. 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 Yeah. All right. You guys, I flipped straight to it. I flipped straight to it. Let's do it. Our cosmic Our cosmic mother is the light bringer, the sun and the moon, the light of renewal and healing. Yes. She is the divine voice, the sound of creation, the sublime note that birthed a golden age. Hers is the capacity to create a clean slate and a fresh start. Ooh, yes. I tell y'all, this deck is always on point. She is hope. That's that star energy. She is a rising. Yeah, I was talking about your rising sign earlier. She protects and preserves that which is worthy of the heart. She shines in a particular state of divine beauty and radiance, reigniting our creative fires and attracting us to the most supportive and honoring circumstances. Her presence signifies utmost grace. Y'all, I swear, every single time I pull a card from this, it is so, just every single line is so on point in this, I swear. And that is just everything that we were just talking about, right? The divine fire, the rebirth, the restarting, right? That divine flame, that Ace of Wands energy that we were talking about here, right? Bringing balance and clarity and understanding. Wow. This clean slate energy and grace. Yeah, the energy of fulfillment, wellness, and vitality is the divine feminine medicine for those who run their energy levels to depletion, hovering somewhere between exhaustion and barely scraping by to meet all our demands. She can help us replenish and to learn what it feels like to operate from a place of fullness. Yes. So what we give does not deplete, but encourages us to open more, to receive more, so it overflows. Ah! Ah! Yo, come on now. The goddess of sound, music, creativity, knowledge, and healing. Wow. A female ruler. Yeah. There is a situation in your physical life that has ugliness and discord at its heart. The appearance, yeah. The appearance of her signifies that it shall be healed and aligned through her grace. Yes. Belief in the beautiful possibilities of what you are yet to experience rather than placing your faith in what you have experienced thus far. Wow, this is just so everything that we've been talking about. Like I was talking about earlier with trusting, that feminine energy, being able to trust what is to come, to trust in the unknown, to take that leap of faith, to step into your masculine energy and to take inspired action. Woo, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit out of this as well. Okay, because I feel guided to. There she is. Her unnerving instinct for spiritual protection arises spontaneously even when we do not realize we need it. Sometimes we don't realize just how far we've become entangled in which is not good for us. We do not realize we need Kali's powerful intervention. Knowing what to allow and what to fight for or against requires wisdom. Holding the space for our inner or outer conflict to be resolved requires discipline. She is the fearlessness, wisdom, patience, and discipline needed to conquer a difficult situation. She is with you now. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. This is the very, like, one of the very fierce faces. Yeah. Expresses a consciousness that is potentially protective and destructive depending on your actions. These are being particularly upset by negative impressions of masculine energy. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Whether expressed by male or female human, the masculine energy can be healthy or toxic. When it is healthy, it is strong, creative, protective, and generative. When it is toxic, exploitative, dominating, and damaging, seeking progress at any cost. This is profoundly disruptive, and rather than the positive, destructive power of Kalima, it is unchecked, demonic dis- destructiveness of greed. In particular, will retaliate against toxic masculinity, causing havoc in the lives of those who live with such values. Okay, okay, like I was talking about. Okay, so again, like your fierceness, your fire, your creativity is being reborn out of severing away from any kind of toxic masculinity. Okay, low vibrational masculine energy influences in your life from your past or within you yourself, things that you have absorbed within you as well. And again, this root red energy is so significant right now, right? And that's what this is. This is like two sides of the same kind of, right? It could be destructive, monstrous, or it can be regenerative, right? Regenerative and, creative. It's all about which, just like any card in the tarot, right? Any card in the tarot can have a positive or negative spin depending on the energy that is being flowed through it, right? So, if you have had any kind of toxic masculinity, some of you, yeah, with this whole bucket guy popping up ish, that's this. That's this being severed from your life. 100%. And beneath it, like the quenching waters here with the blue tarot. And that's 17 energy. What was 17? 17, yes. That was the solar flares activation energy here. And this with this 31, that's that 13 death energy. And 31 breaks down to a 4, which is going to bring overall harmony and balance. Wow. Yep. To bring about a rebirth. There it is. This is beautiful energy, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this deck never misses. It always hits, and it always swings and like hits it way, 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 way out of the park. So definitely, if you guys are interested in this, please check it out. Okay, because it's amazing and it hits every time. Kama of Kali. Okay, so this just wanted to show itself right before we close this. She is completely and utterly in love with your divine essence, and in her love bestows endless gifts. Your path need not be one of endless effort. Connecting with pleasure as a I tell y'all, I just it connecting with pleasure as a path of personal empowerment with the intention to bring spiritual benefit to the collective through softening and opening your heart. It is an act of worshiping the divine feminine. Relax into the presence of what is, so you slow your pace and make swifter progress. Right? That's part of you going from this 10 of wands down to the 1, dropping off that baggage, right? Dropping off that baggage of any kind of toxicity in your masculine energy here, in this need to push forward, to act, in this need to move at a different pace, and just really loving and sitting in that beautiful receptive energy and honoring that divine feminine by balancing out the divine masculine. Ugh. If we have a complicated or confused attitude towards pleasure, the natural need is for it to be denied or repressed. Yet it will not disappear. It will arise as some indulgence, addiction, or particular behavior, which creates suffering because it is not the natural expression of the natural need. The Kali of Kama helps us to reconnect to our need for pleasure in its healthy expression, right? So that really could be this toxic masculine energy here that you could be overcoming, is a repressed need for pleasure that has, manifested itself in some kind of form of indulgence or greed or addiction or codependency within you. Okay. I heard the need for acceptance and love from masculine energy. Yeah. The oracle speaks of a gift entering your life from the will of the goddess. It is an invitation to relax and receive. Yes. Sometimes we may unconsciously attribute divine will with intentions to demand more and more of us. Yet divine will has our best intentions at heart. When we need to develop strength, y'all, when we need to develop strength, it will certainly provide the experiences necessary for us to do so. But it also provides sweetness and pleasure, which we can embrace or not, using our free will. The oracle speaks of a need to embrace pleasure in the many gifts of the goddess. This is not an indulgence. It can actually help you make progress on your spiritual path. So there's this energy here of forgiveness. There's this energy of reception. There's this energy of lushness. There's this energy of self-love. There's this energy in basking in the glow and in the light and of the beauty of the gifts that you're being given here, okay? Working on your receptivity. You could have also had an a masculine wound of over independence or feeling like, no, I've got it. I don't need your help. No. We've talked about that a little bit on the channel as well. This was beautiful. I really, really, really enjoyed giving you guys this message. Yeah. All struggle melts into grace upon a graceful sigh. The heart softens into her protection and radiates peace. Her presence transforms frustration into inspiration, fatigue into replenishment, and overactivity into effortless attraction. She is the golden pathway of divine manifestation and peaceful contentment. She empowers your heart to receive with the same generosity, openness, and grace that you express when you freely give and joy when you give freely and joyfully. Abundant divine blessings are upon you. So 100%. You guys are healing this energy inside of you and you have this beautiful energy coming towards you, okay? This is beautiful, ending cycles and getting conclusion to old past, especially with like toxic masculine energies and your own internal toxic masculine energy, parent wounds, father wounds, possibly even inner child healing that you've been doing, all the shadow work that you've been working on. And yeah, we talked about this all over here too, like when we were talking about your connections to the community and your connection to relationship and your communication, you know with relationships, how you talk to yourself about relationships, what kind of relationships that you access, with the relationships that you accept around you, what that says about you and what that tells the universe you're willing to accept, right? When you're willing to say, I am not willing to accept this toxicity within me, I am not willing to accept it from outside of me as well. You know? Those are my babies. That's my kitties, babies. Oh my goodness. Making biscuits. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope that this gave you the galactic realignment that you needed, okay? Thank you all so very much. Thank you to your spirit guides for guiding you here, okay? And thank you to my spirit guides for helping me to deliver this message. So it's keeping me safe while I do so. Isn't that right? Yeah. If you guys like the content, please give it a like, okay? Let me know if this resonated for you in the comment section down below, all right? Um, if you are not a part of the tribe and you really dug the vibe of this message, I have plenty of other messages here that go along this journey, and we have plenty more to go, plenty more to come, okay? So go ahead and subscribe, if you want to join the tribe. Either way, thank you for your likes, thank you for your clicks, thank you for your time here, whether you subscribe or whether you don't. Okay, if you are interested in getting a personal reading with me, that information is listed down below in the description box, okay, as well as any of the decks that I created. If you're interested in any of that, you can go check it out in my shop. I really appreciate you guys as always. Thank you also to my clients and everyone who works personally with me. I really appreciate you guys as well. All right. And we will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? I'm going to have to move my hand. Oh, I know. Thank you guys, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.